Hey, what's going on, everybody? So I'm going to show you some of the work I was doing this last week. What you see here are all 3D scan tables of hardware I have. See, we at Ion Trades we have a bunch of like excess hardware we get and it's really hard to do anything with this stuff because it's not marked. It's really unidentifiable. My main use for it is to like use it on my tinkering projects to build different stuff and whatnot. Like this is the first table I did. It's okay. It's not the best. Like the last table I did, number 4, is quite a bit better. Just in that you get the shape of the valve here, the shape of the lock, shape of the gear. I mean, there's some good aspects, some very good aspects to doing this like this. If I were to just take a picture of this stuff, one, every picture would not have any scale to it because it's just the way I take pictures. It's in the trades box with the white background and stuff. But like this, I get the size of the item, I get the rough shape, and I believe I can like chop these. I know that I can come through and chop like an item out of the table and then use it in a CAD program to like engineer something. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do with it, is use it for my projects and stuff. So like when I have this stuff, it's really hard to display it. It's hard to even get a look at this stuff for when I'm making something. It's all just in boxes, but now I have these models. Now I have these models. This was number 2. This was probably one of the worst ones, but it's still acceptable for what we're doing. Yeah, but what I was saying is this probably, all this stuff is in the boxes and you can't really pull it all out to get one piece. It's hard to even keep my head around what all I have, right? But with this, now I have 30, 40 3D scanned objects, or 30, 40, probably like 100 on this table. And I have some models with them. Those are nuts and bolts. That's just leftover nuts and bolts. But yeah, now I have them all splayed out and displayed to where I can use them in projects without having them take up the space. Like if I were to lay this out on a table, it would be taking up 4 feet by 2 feet of table space in my workspace, and that's just unacceptable. But now it's just threw it all back into a box. I have it all laid out. Yeah, this is just laid out for engineering purposes. Not so much for game dev on these, but I could use them for virtual reality and game dev. I could even put like stickers on it or something to sell these pieces, but I mean it's not junk. I'm not going to scrap it because each piece is worth, like those flange bolts, those are probably $5 a piece. That's a tattoo gun part. That's easily $3-4. That is a handlebar riser. That's $5-6. Plugs, $1 or $2. These are all barb connectors for hoses and stuff. And when it's like this, I can really get the rough guess of just how big it is with the ruler here. So those look like, I don't know, 3/8 maybe, 3/8 barbs. Bearing, and I got the bearing there with the size basically. And I should be able to go in and just chop this bearing out of the mesh and then go and plug that mesh into another file so I can actually do CAD with it in a really rough sense, but that's good enough. Little blocks. Those are hinge pieces there. That's flange something. That's another barb. Hinge. It's a piece of aluminum. I forget what these things are called. They're I think it's an umbrella holder or something like that. Slide glides with dimensions and stuff. Yep. I'll show y'all when I get a project actually going with this stuff. Who knows what my next machine I start making is, but yeah, I'm probably not going to post these models anywhere. They're just for personal collection, or yeah, there's no really reason to post this on the VR market section or nothing like that. Anyway, yeah, we did the table scanning method where I walked around. It's about 100. This one had about 150 photos, and like number 2, this is number 2 here. I took these at a farther distance away, where the entire table was in each frame. You can see it's kind of murky. It didn't come out as well as this one. What this one is, I kept the camera pretty close, like the camera was about this far away, just a foot or two, and it gave a lot more detail. 150 photos or so. Oh, it even got the hole inside of this. No, it got the hole on one side. But yeah, that's just like a hollow piece of steel. I'm not sure what that thing is. It's very lightweight. Might even be titanium. I don't know. But yeah, that's what we were working on this week is 3D inventory management of all of this hardware we've got left over. Anyway, I'm out of here, guys. If you like that kind of stuff, like and subscribe. See y'all later.